Hi everyone, Amanda Jane here, and in today's video I'm going to show you 3 different ways of working into a foundation chain. So let's start by working up a few stitches for the foundation chain. I've just made a slip knot. I'm using Aran weight yarn and a size 5mm crochet hook, but it doesn't matter which crochet hook and yarn you're using as long as they match. Now we're just going to do a small chain, and I'm going to show you the 3 different ways of working into this chain. So just make it just a relatively long so that we can get all 3 on the same chain. So here we go. Let's stop there. So I'm going to do a single crochet US terms to demonstrate. Okay, so the first way that you can do this is to go into the second chain from the hook, and we can go into the top of the chain. So that's just that loop here. Okay, so you've got a top loop, a bottom loop, and this center piece here which goes through to the back, and we'll come back to the importance of that in a minute. So let's do a few using that top loop, and then we'll look at the advantages and disadvantages of each of this particular position. So top loop, 1 strand over your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2. So we go across doing a few of those single crochet. So the advantage, well, the advantage is that it's very easy to find where to place your hook. Just pushing it through and capturing 1 loop, pretty simple. The disadvantage is potentially that this can look quite loose across the bottom. So you end up with a series of tiny little holes between the bottom of your chain and your stitch. And that's really why people don't favour this, because unless you're going to work into this bit here, it can look a little, I'm not going to say raggedy, but it can potentially look a little uneven. But that's our first option. I'm just going to do a chain and we'll do the second option. Now the second option is to go into the V. What does that mean? So if you look at this stitch here, you can see that we've got this V shape here. If we push our hook in with our finger behind it into that V, we're capturing 2 strands, 1, 2, and that, so that there you're including what we call the back bump, which is this ridge which runs along the back of the chain. Let's do a few of those. So we're pulling up, we've got 2 strands, we're pulling up, yarn over, pull through 2. Let's do another one. Capturing 2 strands, yarn over, pull up, yarn over, pull through 2. Now, as you can see, it's a little slower to find exactly where to put the hook, but it's not that difficult. I'm not having to turn my work too much. Do 1 more, and then we'll just have a look at the difference. Now, this one, you can see the difference between these stitches and these ones here. These are a lot neater. I didn't do anything different. It means that my work is slightly firmer. The edge is still pretty neat, but in fact, it gives a better stitch definition and better tension, slightly closer tension. So just make sure that you compare the tension between the 2 of them. So if you have a tendency to crochet loosely, I would favour this one. So that's number 2. So that's the V, that's the top loop, that's the V. Now, finally, we're going to learn how to find the back loop. So we've only got a few stitches left, so I've got enough room for 4. So turn your chain over and you're going to work into this back bump just here. So just slip that under there. Now this can be quite tricky, so you might need to just use your thumb and your finger to find that, but you're only doing the foundation row like this, so don't worry. So you insert your hook in the normal way, 1 strand on the hook just there and your loop, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 into the next back bump, just like so, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, next back bump, and the final back bump of the row. So you can see I'm having to work it with my thumb a little bit, and that's fine. So that's the back bump version. Now the advantage of the back bump is that it creates this lovely V like so on the bottom of your work. We don't have a V with the other 2 methods. We don't have that V. This gives a nice edge, and that's why it's favored for, say, a top that hasn't got a ribbing on the bottom, or maybe you're making a purse or something like that and you don't want to edge it. You would have this edging as the edge, so it makes a very neat edge. It also gives you something to work into. If you were doing a border, you have a better edge to work into. So just to summarize, top loop, V, back bump. And those really are the 3 different ways of working into a foundation chain. And the experts, I would have you do this one probably. I use that one quite frequently because it's quite straightforward. And sometimes if I'm demonstrating, I'll use the top loop for beginners. So that's a beginner way of doing it. That's the middle route, if you like, and that's for those people who are quite happy to go spend the time and go into that back bump. So 3 different methods of crocheting into a foundation chain using single crochet. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, press the subscribe button and the bell for notifications of upcoming videos, and I look forward to speaking to you very soon. Take care. Have a great day. Bye.